So it's that time of year when the Yuletide spirit seems to be everywhere. We can feel the vibration of love in the air, and yet at the same time, there also seems to be this angst and frustration and an uneasiness. I mean, have you noticed? It's like all you have to do is go to the mall or Costco. You know, it's like, whoa. It's like Costco's like Aramaic for insanity at this time of year. So how we show up in the world, though, it shows us and says a lot about the way we are on the inside. And because the science of mind teaches us that what we experience and what we express is a direct demonstration of our thoughts and our feelings, I think it's really important for us to be aware of what we feel inside and what we think about. And not just for this time of year, but how we're like thinking about that and feeling about that and how we're sharing our gifts throughout the whole year. So the title of the talk is Sharing Our Gifts. Now, in reality, I'm a Scrooge on the inside. Except for that I love to give. I just hate that there lives within me this sense of obligation to the giving. You know, I have grandkids. They expect to get gifts. So, I mean, why can't I just share from that place inside of me just for the sake of the joy it gives me to give? And forget about what I believe about Christmas or what I think about Christmas. You know, even though it's this time of year and it's kind of a Christian ideology, it doesn't really matter as much as what I'm feeling and thinking about it. And so I know many of us probably have Christmas trees in our homes. I don't. I'm really not about the mess. I'm more into the cleanliness, but I do like the smell. And so I was like overjoyed when I could go to the store and buy the smell in a can. You know, but the idea is about how we decorate that tree and the joy that we bring to it. And a little bit of the angst, maybe about putting the whole thing together, picking out the tree if you use a real one, and then the ornaments and how we decorate it with those ornaments, and then the important thing, powering it up. You see, for me, it's all a metaphor for our spiritual evolution. And we can use anything as a metaphor in our teaching here to discover this greater realization of life that lives within us. So first, let's look at what's under the tree. You know, when I was young, it was my favorite time of the Christmas season is I would go to bed at night and I would wake up in the morning before everyone else and run out and look under the tree to see what presents had arrived while I was sleeping. And I'd count them. And I'd look, and my sister always had more than me. And I was like, you know, something's not right about this. But I didn't know the reason why my parents had things planned the way they did have things planned. And I think that this is really relevant for us because in the bigger picture, in the bigger scheme of things, can we honestly say that we know the plans of the universe, spirit within us, for our own lives? See, when it comes to this and sharing our gifts, what I found in 2 Corinthians in the Bible, it says, and God is able to provide you with the blessing in abundance so that always having enough of everything, you may share abundantly in every good work. So I was counting the presents under the tree and couldn't see the abundance for what it was. I hadn't been made aware yet at that age that there were children out there in the world that might not be experiencing Christmas, even the way I was going to be experiencing it. I couldn't see past the I, me, mine.